Succulent arrangements are super popular, and to be honest, I can totally see why. They look amazing and if done right, last a long time, much longer than other types of plants would. But because we're dealing with living, breathing things, they can sometimes die. And yes, plants do breathe in their own way through tiny pores in their leaves called the stomata. It is not unusual for some succulents in the arrangement to grow more vigorously, squeezing others out and taking up all the root space as well as nutrients. Certain succulents can also be a little less hardy and forgiving of tough conditions such as heat waves or long-lasting rain. The good news is that succulents that are not doing very well or have died can be replaced. However, there are a few things to keep in mind. The replacement succulents should be a good match for the environment the pot is kept in. So for instance, if the pot is outdoors in full sun, the plant will need to be a tough cookie that will also be able to push through hot days. There's heaps of lists online that provide names of hardy full sun succulents. I have a video with a few really good types that I will link to in the description. Similarly, when looking to replace a succulent in a pot that is kept indoors or in a fully shaded area, you'll need to pick a shade-tolerant succulent. This is very important for indoor pots, especially as not many succulents do well inside. When replacing a plant in a well-established pot, you may find the roots have grown through the whole pot, not leaving a lot of space for the new plant. The next step may sound a bit drastic, but it is necessary in order for the replacement to establish a bit. Enough space will need to be created and the roots of the other plants in the pot disturbed. Let's use this pot as an example. I had 5 types of succulents in there, but now only the crussula is surviving. I'm only going to put 2 in there now in order to fill up the empty space and introduce more color. I'll be creating a hole that will be big enough for a bit of fresh potting mix as well as the roots of the new succulents. If you're dealing with a much smaller pot, you can just dab the hole out with your fingers or a teaspoon. I'm going to take a good third of the potting mix out so all of the plants have some fresh nutrients and space so they can grow and hopefully hang down a bit as well. I have cut through some of the crussula roots, but it is big and sturdy enough to not mind that much. Thankfully, most succulents will tolerate quite a bit of root disturbance. In my opinion, it's best to pick a good sized plant that will immediately cover the space you need to cover rather than expect the plant to grow bigger. If the arrangement is quite established, the roots of the other plants will quickly invade the new space, leaving little room for growth. Depending on the type of succulent, pot size and how old the arrangement is, you can get a bit of growth or absolutely no growth at all. Even in bigger pots, succulents can get root bound in about 4 to 6 months, at which point the growth will slow down considerably. So if you put a tiny plant into a mature arrangement hoping for it to grow quite a bit, you may be disappointed. I have loads of new potting mix in here and can expect the replacements to double in size. The crussula will also grow a little. It's been in this pot for about 5 years now and hasn't grown much in the last 3 or so. But now there's new potting mix, it certainly will. It doesn't look like much now, but 2 to 4 months from now it will look great. I'll post an update video. There is another option that will work well if you have enough other succulents in the pot and don't really want to get your hands dirty. You can take the dead or dying succulent out and just fill the hole with fresh potting mix. This will give the other succulents a bit of a boost and hopefully get them to fill out the empty space. And that is it for today. I hope this video was useful, and if you have anything to add or would like to ask a question, you can do so in the comments below. To learn more about succulents, hit that subscribe button or go to succulentgrowingtips.com. Thank you so very much for watching.